Alexandria City Council meeting and council committee meetings are broadcast live and may be viewed live by the public on Optimum Cable Channel 4. A rebroadcast may be viewed on Optimum Cable Channel 4 and the City of Alexandria website. The invocation will be done by Councilwoman Felter and the pledge by Councilman Valord.
Please join me in prayer. Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for the opportunity to come together and represent our city. Be with each step of our meeting today, that we would honor you, that we would communicate well, and that we would serve our constituents to the best of our ability. Allow us to show love, grace, and courtesy to all that we meet today, and honor you in what we do.
Yes.
We love and we thank you. Amen.
Amen.
Please take the flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Here.
Ms. Felter?
Here.
Mr. Green? Mr. Fowler?
I'm here.
Mr. Villard?
Here.
Mr. Larvidang?
Here.
Ms. Perry?
Here.
Madam President, you have the floor.
Okay, I need a motion to approve of the minutes.
I'll move.
Second.
Okay.
We'll get together.
Okay, motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Larvidang.
Too fast.
Public comments. Mr. White.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you, Madam President. I see our illustrious mayor in here today. My name is Mr. Cornelius Lawson White, Jr. I live at 3638 10th Street in Alexandria, Louisiana. My phone number is area code 318-446-6934. I've lived in Alexandria for 64 years, and Madam President, you know, the only thing I disagree about of the minutes, I wish we could have freedom of speech. And I've been asking you just to have a vote to where...
Mr. White, this is for you to make comments.
Yeah, that's what I'm making a comment about
This
the
doesn't
minutes.
have anything to do with the minutes.
I know, I see you over there. All I'm asking for is a simple vote, up or down. Can we have freedom of speech for our citizens?
You have freedom of speech
No,
when
you
you come
don't.
in here and
No,
speak.
no.
Okay, Mr. White. So if you don't
Just
have
like
it, no, sir.
Can I ask, now y'all abstain, and Mr.
No,
Jude
sir,
Green-
that has nothing to do with the minutes, Mr. White.
So we can't
So-
ask why you abstain?
You
No.
are talking about the minutes, and if you don't have anything to
Thank
say
you, ma'am.
about
I
you,
appreciate it.
you're welcome. You need to say something?
No, he
You good?
come back to it.
Okay. Okay. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. At this time, we will have Ms. Annie Collins come and talk about the Glass Act Recycle.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me today. I've been here before, and I wanted to talk about some good news for a change. 3 years ago, we were told that it wouldn't work. We were told that glass recycling would not work in the city. We've tried it before, and it doesn't work. And besides that, nobody wants to recycle. And we thought to ourselves, well, what can we do about that? How do we keep glass out of the landfill and keep it out of the trash and make it into something else? And that's exactly what we have done. So in the 3 years that we've been open, we have collected 413,000 pounds of glass. 413,000 pounds of glass. We're very excited about that, and that equates to about 600,000 bottles. So I want you to imagine what that looks like in a 16,000 square foot center. 16,000 square feet, and if you can imagine how much it fills up, I can tell you, it fills it all up. It's all filled up. and take that image, if you can, and move it to a landfill. And imagine that that landfill has 60,000 bottles in it. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, glass does not decompose ever, like for 1,000,000 years. So it's going to live there forever. But what if we could take it out of the landfill, keep it from that, and make it into something else? And that's exactly what Glass Act and my team and our supporters have done. We have taken it out of the landfill, and we've turned it into glass sand. Now, that sand is used by Robin Ewing in all of the swimming pools. For anybody here who has a swimming pool and you have Robin Ewing's service, you're getting Glass Act sand. And he's dedicated to it. The same goes for Mick over at Louisiana Sandblast, completely using our sand for sandblasting. So, we also heard that people don't want to recycle. Well, this surprised us, Susan and I, when we started looking at the numbers. We collected glass from 60 different zip codes, 60, from 12 parishes from north to south. Every corner of Louisiana is coming to Alexandria to recycle their glass. Now, this is a huge plus for Alexandria. We're open 2 days a week. We're open from 8 in the morning till 12 at noon, and you would think it was...
What day?
Pardon me?
What days?
Oh, I'm sorry, did you want to come? Yeah, Jim does, he does drop off.
Wine bottles.
He drops them. Yeah, you know what they say? It's not all mine.
Yeah.
Jim, we're open, thank you for asking that question. We're open Fridays and Saturdays from 8 to noon, and people just, like I said, you just feel like it's Sam's parking lot. People are jogging, they're meeting their friends, they're dropping off glass, and they're asking, what's going on? What's the news around here? And we get really excited about it. We have one lady who backs up her truck, and we know the truck, and when she backs it up, we have 21 milk crates full of bottles from the VFW. From the VFW, she brings it by herself, and she is like this big. She's shorter and older than I am, if it's even possible. And so she brings this, and we just get so tickled. So people do want to recycle. Everyone in this room needs to come and see the Glass Act for themselves, that people do want to recycle.
Your address?
Yes, thank you. You want to come too?
We all gonna come, Ms. Ann.
Well, and I'm here with good news, so I'm glad you feel that way. We're at 5215 Leo Street. We're right behind Walk-Ons, which, by the way, we should be collecting glass from, right?
We should.
They probably have more than anybody.
When do y'all crush?
Where?
When?
We crush Fridays and Saturdays. Emmeline comes in the afternoon. On Fridays, it's from 8 to 12. So if you want to have a city council meeting, come. We would love to show you.
Emmeline's there on Saturday.
What?
Emmeline's there on Saturday.
Yeah, Emmeline's there on Saturday, and she usually crushes from 10 to 12.
How many pounds do you usually go through?
We collect about a ton a weekend, sometimes more, it depends on if it's the holidays. And we're crushing almost as fast as we
Okay.
almost as fast as we.
Are y'all selling everything y'all crush?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Currently, we have 3 18-wheelers stacked and ready to go out. But yes, when it comes in, it goes out.
Are y'all competitive with regular sand prices? I'm just curious.
We're more expensive,
Okay.
and we're better.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
No, all that's exactly right. And so the idea is that we want to, so we're on a sprint to get a larger crusher. The larger crusher means that we double the sand the glass that we can crush, which means that right now we're doing, and I'm off script, so y'all have to hit the timer. So when right now we're doing filtration and abrasive, but we have somebody who makes swimming pools. He's getting his product from Italy. He can get it from us. Our glass that is crushed that we can do in-house. It comes in cullet, which is like the chips that you would put in an aquarium, And then we also have the sand, but what we don't have is the exact recipe for the filtration and the abrasive, which means that when we get this bigger crusher, we're going to be able to do that in-house. And, you know, years ago, I was told that that we had recycling, and the problem was that there was no proof that where all that trash went. Well, we proved, everyone in this room that's with the Glass Act knows that everything we take in, we get out. And by the way, because so many people are coming from so far, I've recoined our area, and y'all can like it or not like it. It's called Glass Central, Louisiana. Okay? That's where everyone's coming, and that's and when they come, they don't just come for glass. They come to eat. They go shopping. They do all these other things. So we are a real attraction. And I'll kind of close with the one question that everyone that's burning on your brain, besides the ones that Jim has opened up. But the one question is, how can we help? With all this good news, how can we help? And I'm here to tell you, I know that's what you want. Everyone wants to be a part of Glass Act. If you're an individual or a business, you can sign up for the Yellow Bin. That's how we keep our doors open. If you're a business, it's great for your employees. People can bring their glass. If you're a municipality, I'm going to make this small, 25% of the 413 pounds came from Alexandria. And offsetting our tipping fees would be a great advantage. It's not much to the city. It's a big help to us. And, you know, when people give, it's not about the money. We know that money is just a form of gratitude. It's a way of saying thank you. That's what we say when we pay our bill. So when if you want to say thank you, this is one of the ways to do it. And finally, I'll close with a message from Jack Kennedy on his inauguration day. We all know it. We could probably recite it in unison. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And so it has always touched my heart, because I've had people, friends of mine, who've said, Annie, this is the city's job. This is the city's job to do this. And I stand here and say it is not the city's job to support this. I mean, not to pay for it. It's not your job. It's all our jobs.
Yes.
Everyone in this room, whether you're individual or small business or you municipality, we come together to see this thrive, not because we must do it, but because we can.
One last question, Ms. Annie. You have a GoFundMe or anything like that?
We do not, but we do have on your...
I'm just curious, because a lot of people...
That's true, Jim. A lot of people do that. We've thought about it. We actually had one in the beginning, and it feels to me like it's... And this is just me, but I always feel like a GoFundMe is for people who have lost a loved one, or they have and this is a feel-good thing. So you can go to our website and donate. You can call me anytime, day or night. And we really just want to showcase what we're doing. That's really the reason I'm here, is to show you what we're doing.
Thank you, Miss
Thank you,
Annie.
Well,
Thank you, Miss Annie. Thank you and your crew for doing what you do. You don't have to do it, but you do it because you care about the city of Alexandria, and we appreciate you for that.
and everyone in this room feels it.
Thank you. I have a quick little thing that I want to do. Mr. Jason, will you please stand for me? He is a student. Tell him where you're from and what you're majoring in.
I go to the University of Louisiana in Lafayette, and my major is political science.
And so he's going to tell me what to do. But we want to recognize him. We want to Thank you.
G, consent calendar. Number 1, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the low bid submitted for operating supplies for the gas department. Number 2, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the low bid submitted for cast ductile iron. 3, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the low bid submitted for operating supplies for the wastewater department. 4, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew the contract with Clean Earth of Alabama Incorporated for household hazardous waste services for the Utility and Public Works Division. 5, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into professional services agreements with Pan American Engineers LLC, Ballard CLC Incorporated, Kendall Stone and Associate Incorporated, Marmar LaCroix and Hickson Incorporated, Monsu Buller and Associate LLC, Scott Moore LLC, and Vertec Work LLC are engineering and surveying services.
Need a motion, please?
Move.
Sit down with the committee.
And second.
Committee.
5 to committee.
Yeah.
Any more to committee?
Which committee?
They
will
determine. Yeah. I got a motion by Jim and a second by Councilman Johnson.
H, resolution. Resolution to co-sponsor United Way of Central Louisiana Prisoner Reentry Initiative of Alexandria at Bolton Avenue Community Center in April 2025.
I need a motion.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilwoman Felter. Public comments? Discussion? Oh, Mr. White, you have something you want to
Thank you,
say?
Madam President, appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Good to see you, Mayor. I'm glad you made it in here. My name is Mr. Cornelius Lawson White Jr., 3638 10th Street, Alexandria, Louisiana, 71302. My phone number is area code 318-446-6934. This is a good program. I'm a federally convicted inmate, and you need something where these inmates can turn their lives around. Of course, I was set up by the FBI and a couple of other federal agencies and stuff. But people need a second chance. If they don't get that second chance, then they'll become repeat offenders and probably do something even more heinous than what they did before. So I really support this reentry program, and we need to try to get former inmates jobs and housing, just like you were doing for the vets. You invited those people. I don't know if there's anybody that tries to help former inmates get housing or anything. It'd be good to invite them to come to the city council and speak. So had y'all thought about that? Inviting somebody from reentry to speak?
I haven't. I'll work with the veterans, but that's a good idea.
Yeah, but
That's a
I'm
great
talking
idea.
about just inmates. I'm talking about inmates now, not the veterans.
We'll look into it. That's a good
You
idea.
look into it. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. White. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 7, resolution to co-sponsor Girl on the Run Central Louisiana Spring 5K race in May 2025.
Need a motion?
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Valord, second by Councilman Johnson. Public comments? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 8, resolution to co-sponsor the Children African Network and Sinla Indian Association Holy Fest 2025.
Need a motion, please?
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Valord, second by Councilwoman Felter. Public comments? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Ordinances for final adoption, subject to a public hearing. Number 9, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the street and drainage improvements for Adrian Drive of the Hope House of Central Louisiana Residential Development Subdivision.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Valord, second by Councilman Fowler. Public comments? Discussion? All in favor?
Hold.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
was going to say, that was, this is a great thing, this Hope House here. They build houses for people, for these women, mostly women. They could be men, but they've been abused or whatever, and it puts them back on the right track. I was there when they did the groundbreaking.
I did too.
You were there too?
Yeah.
I think this is fantastic. I do everything for Hope House. They asked me, so I think it's great.
And I agree with you, Councilman Valord. I was there at the groundbreaking also. And when you think about abused women that have children and have nowhere to go, I think this is excellent for those single moms with children to have a home that they can go into. Mr. White, you have something you need to say about this?
I'm going to pass.
You pass? Okay. So we all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 10, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute the interstate agreement for the Capital Improvement Metropolitan Planning and Organization Project, Masonic Drive, Texas Avenue to Lee Street.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second. Motion by Councilman Valord, second by Councilman Fowler. Public comments, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
J, public hearing, community development. Number 11, to hold a public hearing to consider condemnation
Before you go to
of 25 structures.
Jay, you need to
I need a motion to open the public hearing.
amend the.
Second, please.
Second.
Second.
Okay.
Wait, we need,
Mhm.
Needs to be an amendment to the title of number 10.
Would somebody give me
go
a
ahead.
personal
Yeah,
privilege?
Go ahead.
Yes.
It's for.
Before you move to J, Madam Clerk, on number 5 under your G consent calendar, it states, it starts with the introduction of an ordinance, and it's for the Vertex Works LLC. It says "or engineering," which in this case would matter. It should be "for." If that could be amended by one of the councilmen to make the disjunctive "or," the "for," F-O-R, and the title would make more sense.
Should we do that now or when we, at the,
It would be, then if you do it now, you don't have to amend it. You can adopt it at the next meeting.
second?
We vote
So we done?
Yeah, we need to vote on it.
Vote on that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
We need to vote on it as a.
Yeah, as amended. You need a motion second as amended.
Oh,
Make a
motion.
Second.
Se-
Stop with that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Yeah, for introduction.
Okay, we ready?
Okay, you go ahead.
I need a motion to open the public hearing. I need a second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Lawberdane. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Public hearing is now open.
Good afternoon. Chad Reed with Community Development for the City of Alexandria. We are asking condemnation on the following addresses: 1820 East Texas, and they have representation.
Anyone here from that address? Mhm.
She coming up, let us speak first.
Okay.
Come on.
You can-
My name is Anquinetta Session. I have a letter. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
I can't hear you. Speak through the mic, please.
Anquinetta Session. I come on behalf of my father's property. They sent me,
Fix the microphone, Sam.
oh. They sent me a letter for to come here. I don't know what I'm coming here for. I never read it.
You got
For
a
the
letter?
condemn, yes, sir. It says for the, do I have a motion to, to keep the
What?
property?
What is the property? Is it for your,
My father's property.
and what does your father want to do with that property?
He's passed.
Oh,
I don't know, it had burnt down. I don't know how it burned down, but after he passed, his youngest son and his fiance or whatever she was to him was living there. And we tried to get them out the house, and they wouldn't let us get them out the house, so after she passed, they left the property, and now it's on
Yeah.
my mother's kids.
So do y'all have any way of demolishing the house?
Oh, we haven't talked about it.
Okay.
Okay.
So you know that if you don't do it, the city would have to do it.
Okay, and how long will it be?
You have 30 days.
30 days?
Could we have someone talk to her? Could we have someone to kind of coach her along? That way she'll know what decision to make instead of trying to making this decision tonight.
Well, can she contact someone
Yes.
and,
It has Giordano and Giordano attorneys on here.
Okay.
Was I supposed to go to their office?
yes,
Okay. Okay, so I supposed to come to your office?
yeah, you know, Mr. Giordano, what you want her to do?
If you wait, normally we refer it to Chad. He handles it. We just formally notify you of it. But if you wait, we'll talk to you after the
Okay.
meeting.
Yes, sir.
It shouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
that. That way she makes better decision.
Okay.
Okay.
In
Okay.
this session, no one is living in the home currently.
No, ma'am.
It's
It
burned.
burned.
And this is,
What do y'all want to do with it?
We want to give her 30 days
Yeah,
and let her talk to
they gon-
Mr. Giordano and Chad.
Yeah, I hadn't talked to my sister. I thought they had received this letter too,
Okay.
and I have
Still have
brothers
30
out of
days once
town.
we condemn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
so let's do this right here. Don't have our 30 days to start now. Let her, you guys talk to her, and then we'll start back over. Not 30 days start from tonight. Let's give her some time, and we'll bring it back up. So you speak to the attorneys, and then
Yes, sir.
we'll get back with you. We'll bring it back at a later date. How about that?
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right, yeah, have a good day.
So you're going to talk to her, Mr. Giordano?
Yes. I'll wait
Yes.
right after the
Afterwards.
meeting.
Okay, can you just wait for him to speak with you, please?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Kate.
Just a point to make, we have 25 of these, and we're trying to get them in before the end of the budget.
Okay.
And this is one of them. It's been on the list. There are pictures of it. You can see
Right.
it's burned out.
Yeah.
And it's been on the list since 2018. So she has 30 days. We're asking that you go ahead and condemn it today, and then there's a 30-day period that they can come in
Yeah.
and do the demolition themselves. And if they don't do the demolition after the 30 days, the city will do it and then just lien the property.
Yeah.
So I'd ask that you go ahead.
We will. We can condemn it today, and it's still, and she still have the 30 days, and you still get with Mr. Giordano.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna need a motion in a second too.
I'll make the motion. Okay, go ahead.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Second. Motion by Councilman Valord, second by Councilman Johnson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter.
What you say?
You confused us.
Okay. Motion carried on the recommendation.
Next is 2025 East Texas Avenue. We're asking condemnation, and they have representation.
Anyone here from that address? I need a motion.
Owners have been properly
Oh, I'm sorry.
notified
And so,
and served.
Oh, we have somebody from that
we gotta move it
address.
first, though. Second.
We have somebody from that address.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Council members, Mr. Mayor, staff. My name is Curtis Dean Matthews, and I have several properties that have been considered for demolition in the city of Alexandria, most of which were owned by Matt's Janitorial Service. We had that business for maybe 40 years in the city. My husband, after the decease of my husband, I eventually closed the business. I was a classroom teacher, and I resigned prior to his departure to help with the business. He made more money than we teachers did at the time the business did. Well, after his death, it caused a financial hardship, so I had to close the business. I am unable to pay for the demolition. I think there are 7 businesses, 7 properties that were owned by Matt's Janitorial. I'm not able to financially pay for the demolition of those properties, some of which I may need time to try to revamp them. I would like to see, or I would like to ask the council if you have considered maybe having it such that the business owners like myself who are not able to pay, if the city has to have the property demolished, we're not able to pay at one time to pay the city for the money that they had to spend to have properties demolished. So I wondered if you've considered having property owners who are not able to pay at a one time, pay over a period of time. That's one question. The second question is, are there any type of programs or grants that the city has that would subsidize the payment made by the city on having properties demolished owned by individual citizens who are not able to pay? I understand the need for the city to do such, to keep the city clean and people, the city looking good, and to attract people into the city and such. That's basically, I would like to have an opportunity to speak with the attorney and also Mr. Chad. But that's basically my problem. And those are the two questions I would like to have addressed to see if that's even possible, or have you considered having the property owners pay over time to pay back for the money spent by?
I'm almost sure that they don't have a payment arrangement, so I know that they don't have that.
Why don't we have it?
Well, the way it works is, we just put a lien on the property, and you can pay anytime you want on it. The city pays to have it demolished. A lien's put on your property. If you ever sell the property, you have to take care of the lien first before you sell the property. What will happen, though, if you want to, you can go down there and pay on your lien, a portion on your lien anytime you want.
So there is a sort of a payment time?
Yeah, the city.
It's not a payment plan,
it's not
but
a
you can
payment
pay
plan.
on a lien.
Well, it's a lien, but
Yeah.
but your lien, you have a lien on your property, the city pays for it, but you can go pay
Pay on it.
you can pay it in 5 years you want to clean your lien up then.
After they
Before you-
demolish,
After you demolish.
after they demolish it.
Okay.
But the lien is placed directly on the property, not on you as the.
It's not on you, it's on the property.
So I see if the property is sold, then the lien has to be paid.
Paid out, yes, ma'am.
So that, okay, so that period of time for,
It'd be on it forever, until you sell it.
okay, thank you.
Ma'am, I have one question. Ms. Matthews, how many properties do you have on this?
There are 6 that are scheduled or being considered to demolish.
Okay.
2201 Lee Street, which used to be our rental shop, 2205 Lee Street, 2209 Lee Street. These are all properties and houses that are owned around Matt's Janitorial. 2210 was our office. 2215 Lee Street, they're all in the same block. So there are 6 of them.
Okay.
They're all right to go.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
Ms.
you.
Matthews.
I need a motion.
So moved.
And second.
Because what are you
Second.
doing? You
Condemn.
Condemn it, yeah, we're condemning it.
Okay,
One at a time.
Yeah, one at a time.
okay.
Any opposed?
No.
Motion carried.
The next address is 2132 Houston, and they have representation.
The parties have been properly served and notified.
Do we have anyone from that address? A motion, please.
Move.
A second.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Valord, second by Councilman Fowler. Public comments, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
The next address is 2201 Lee Street, in which that is another Matt's Janitorial property.
Okay.
Asking for compensation.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Okay, so a motion by
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Johnson. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed?
If I may state, they have been properly served and notified.
So you just want to do all of them?
Yes.
Okay, well, we're good on that. We're going to do all of them.
The next address is 2205 Lee Street. Again, that is another mass janitorial property, and they do have representation.
Owners have been properly served and notified.
Anyone, well, we know, okay.
Yeah.
Motion,
Move.
second.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Fowler. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried on recommendation.
The next address is 2209 Lee Street, which is a mass janitorial property, and they have representation.
Owners have been properly notified and served.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Fowler. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried on by recommendation.
2210 Lee Street, another mass janitorial property, and they have representation.
Owners have been properly served and notified.
Move.
Anyone here from that address? Oh, I'm
Same one.
sorry, same one. Motion by Councilman Johnson, second by
Second.
Councilman Fowler. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried on by recommendation.
2215 Lee Street, that is the mass janitorial, and they have representation.
Owners have been served and notified.
Anyone from that address?
Same one.
Same one.
The same one, okay. Motion, please.
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Fowler. Public comments, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried on by recommendation.
1225 Magnolia Street, and they have representation.
Owners have been properly served and notified.
Anyone here from that address? Motion, please.
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Valord, second by Councilman Fowler. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
1227 Magnolia Street, we're asking condemnation, and they have representation.
Owners have been properly served and notified.
Anyone here from that address? Motion, please.
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Valord, second by Councilman Johnson. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
1346 Magnolia Street, we're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Owners have been properly served and notified.
Anyone here from that address? Motion, please. Second, please.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Valord. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
1813 Mason Street, we're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Owners have been properly served and notified.
Anyone from that address? Motion, please.
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Valord. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
1987 Mason Street, we're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Owners have been properly served and notified.
Anyone here from that address? Motion, please.
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Valord, second by Councilman Fowler. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
2018 Mason Street, we're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Owners have been properly served and notified.
Anyone here from that address? Motion, please.
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Valord, second by Councilwoman Felter. Public comments? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
2702 Mason Street, we're asking for that address to be removed. Someone has cleaned the property up.
Owners have been properly served and notified.
Motion to remove it.
Okay, motion to remove it?
Move.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Johnson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Is that the one right next to, the manor house?
Yes.
Very good. I heard they just picked it.
I'll tell you. Go ahead.
1764 Monroe Street, we're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Owners in this matter have been properly served and notified.
Anyone from that address? Motion, please. Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilwoman Felter. Public comments? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
1960 Monroe Street, we're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Owners have been properly served and notified.
Anyone here from that address? Motion, please. Second.
Second.
Motion by Council Valord, second by Councilwoman Felter. Public comments? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
3219 Monroe Street, we're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
The parties have been properly served and notified.
Anyone here from that address? Motion, please.
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Council Valord, second by Councilwoman Felter. Public hearing? This, public comments? I was in jury duty yesterday. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
5220 Morgan Street, we're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Parties have been properly served and notified.
Anyone here from that address? Motion, please.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Valord, second by Councilwoman Felter. Public comments? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
1851 Overton Street, we're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Parties have been properly served and notified.
Anyone here from that address? A motion, please.
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilwoman Felter, second by Councilman Johnson. Public comments? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried on recommendation.
1914 Overton, we're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Parties have been properly served and notified.
Anyone here from that address?
Hi, I'm Roman Smith. I own the property on 1914 Overton Street. And I'm just at all too with the letter, and I'm just here to represent my property. I really would like to salvage the property. That's my plan. It's always been my plan. But the property, since the pandemic, has been vandalized. I've broken in, robbed, burned, set afire. This is the second time it's been set afire. People was living in it. They just took over. I'm by myself dealing with the property, so I couldn't afford to keep up with it. I also work a lot, and I did what I could. I reported to the police 19 times to try to watch the property, and we couldn't catch the person. So it's disappointing, but I did, the minute I paid for it, it started getting destroyed. And that's the story on it, the real story on it.
And what you trying to do with this?
Well, I talked to a couple of contractors, and they told me it is salvageable, even at the state that it's in. It depends on what type of money I want to put into it to be able to save it, or they could condemn it for me. And I could maybe later in life do something different, start all over with something else there. But I would like to keep,
You want to keep this structure up? Is that what you like to do? Keep this
Yes,
structure?
I really wanted the structure. It's an older house. I really wanted to keep the structure up, and I never dreamed that it would get to this point where people in the neighborhood would destroy it to this point, but it is. But he did say it was salvageable if I wanted to put that much money into it.
Ma'am, let me help you out a little bit, because I'm looking at these pictures. That's a lot of money, and I don't know who told you that they about to take you for a ride. I'm looking at
A burned
burnt out.
structure.
It's burnt?
Yeah, it's burned. It's
No
burned,
roof?
but it's not burned completely down.
But you don't have anything on it,
You got
no
a wall.
roof or nothing.
It's just a shell from what I'm looking at, and I don't know how much money you want to put into it. We're looking at tens of thousands of dollars.
I would have got this far, but I didn't realize. I never dreamed, like I said, I never dreamed that it'd go to this far. They had been destroying it every little bit at a time.
I just can't see what you can possibly do with this.
Cheaper to tear it down and rebuild.
And
To
rebuild.
start over.
Yeah,
You gotta have it demolished.
That's the way it looks to me.
This
And I'm not
is
construction
bad now.
Do you solely own the home?
Mhm.
So yes?
Yes.
I don't want to see you get scammed, because I'm just looking, I'm not a builder, but I can see that this is going to need to be torn completely down, because it's a burnt out shell. And I know it's probably been in your family forever, but
I grew up in the house.
you grew up in the house, I know it means a lot to you, but somebody about to get you for a lot of money, ma'am,
Oh, my goodness.
a lot of money.
You would be better if you let the city go ahead and demolish it and pay the lien, have the lien put on it, and that way the property can still be yours and you can
Yes.
be paying on it, rather than to have this. I believe you would pay more money to try to get this redone than for you to try to remodel it. And then the property still would be yours, but it just have a lien on it, and you pay on the lien. That's what I would recommend for you to do.
That's a better option, ma'am. That's a better option, because you're about to get a lot of money tied up in this right here, lots of money. And somebody telling you that they could fix this, I can't see it.
Only way they can fix it is start from scratch.
Yes, it will cost.
Yeah, you still have to tear it down to remodel it.
And it is disheartening when it's your home you grew up
Yes.
in.
Right.
But I think it'll be a huge weight off your back to not have this property in this condition as your responsibility.
Because
Try
you
to
would,
fix it, because it's very far gone.
yeah, and you would continue to receive these letters as well, so.
But here's the problem. I'm worried I'm by myself solely taking care of it, and I've been it for the longest. I just worry about being able to afford it by myself to take care of, if you all the city had to take care of it. I mean, is that a huge amount of money? Is there a program that could qualify me to help get the help to take it, to tear it down?
No, ma'am, we don't have that kind of program, but I'm not sure how much it would cost you to pay on the lien. We don't know that.
I don't know how much lien would be. It shouldn't be that much to tear it down, because there's not much left.
Right.
It is not much. It's a shell of a
There's not
house.
much left.
You know, they even took the wiring out the house. I mean, it's not anything.
It's not anything, ma'am.
And really, you have 30 days to go see if someone will tear it down for you and see what they charge you. They might just charge you a couple $1,000 to tear it down.
No,
I know.
you do better to let you would do better if you allow the city to tear it down.
Okay, here's another question. How much time would you allow me if I made the attempt to try to take care of it myself?
30
What's the-
days.
oh,
It's,
What about, 30 days? It's got to come down
it's
here.
got to come down, because if you're gonna try to rebuild this, I mean, I'm just looking at this picture, all I see is a black spot that burnt out. So you'll be paying for this. I don't know what kind of, job you have, what kind of income, but, you'll be better off. It'll save you, I mean, and you stop getting the letters and stuff like that. Let the city tear it down and pay against that lien. That's the best option you have, to save your property and to save you a whole lot of money.
So I only have the 30 days to make this decision. Or can I talk with you all later?
Yeah.
You need to talk about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can talk with you.
You can talk with them,
Yeah, I will.
okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
We need a motion. And second.
Second.
Okay, motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Johnson. Public comments, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
2203 Overton, we're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Parties have been properly served and notified.
Anyone here from that address? Motion, please.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Johnson. Public comments, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
2307 Overton, we're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Parties have been properly served and notified.
Okay. I know that no one is here from that address. I spoke with Ms. Powell. I told her that we would give her 30 days. She said she would try to find someone to demolish this home. So we're going to just give her those 30 days as well. And I need a motion.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Lawberdane, second by Councilman Valord. Public comments, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried on recommendation.
2618 Overton, we're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Parties have been properly served and notified.
Anyone here from that address? I need a motion, please.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Valord. Public comments, discussion.
I have just something to clarify. So every property that we are condemning today, each person they still have 30 days to decide to demolish it themselves. So even so when you were saying for 2307 Overton, you were saying the standard 30 days, not giving an additional.
No.
That's to demolish it.
Yeah, then 30
Right.
days a month.
So everybody, it's not like we condemn it and the city's going to come in tomorrow.
No.
You
No.
know, it seemed like there's a little confusion with that. So everyone on this list still has 30 days that they can
Find someone
find
to
someone to demolish it
Right.
before the city comes in.
Right.
Okay.
1504 Yoy Street.
Vote on it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Apologize.
Did you vote?
No.
Not yet.
Motion by,
Move.
second by.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Valord. Public comments, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
1504 Yoy Street. We're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Parties have been properly served and notified.
Anyone here from that address? Motion, please.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Ward. Public comments, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation. We done? I need I'm sorry.
The 1504, 1508 Yoys down there, they were put together on the pictures, and they actually should have been listed separately. They're separate owners on that there.
Okay.
1508 Joy Street. We're asking for condemnation, and they have representation.
Parties have been properly served and notified.
Okay, motion? Second.
Second.
Motion by Council Fowler, second by Council Ballard. Comments?
Madam President?
Yes,
I'd like to
ma'am.
make an amendment to this resolution. That would be 26 structure instead of 25.
Okay.
Okay, you can do that now after we pass this.
We can do it after
I'm sorry, I could hear you.
we can do it after, we can make,
After we vote.
after we vote on this. But we need to make an amendment to the resolution because it's 26
Okay.
structures and not 25.
So I just make amendment to the resolution that we have 26 structures instead of 25.
Yeah, we got to vote on
The
it.
motion,
Vote on this.
We need to
then we'll do
vote on
that.
this first.
okay. All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion carried on the recommendation.
Make a motion to amend
Motion,
26.
okay.
Second.
Okay, we have the motion to amend for 26 structures instead of 25. All in favor?
Yeah. All right.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Now we need a motion as amended.
Motion.
The second,
Amended.
okay.
As amended.
A motion to, by Councilman Fowler.
Second.
And second by, Councilman, Valor to amend. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. A motion to close the public hearing. Motion by, Councilman Fowler, second by everybody. Second by, Councilman Valor. Public comments,
Before we adjourn.
discussion,
All right.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Mr. Lawberdane would like to say something before the meeting is adjourned.
I spoke to someone who's a hotel owner today, and just briefly, it's a personal privilege. She wants to address us about condemnation. She has a concern. I said I'd give her a brief discussion.
Very brief. My name is Barbara Hayes, and I work at the Alexandria Convention Center and the Four Points Hotel by Marriott. I work for Aimbridge and we're the management company. I'm coming on behalf to plead to see if we can have something done about the guest house. We recently had a string of vandalism that stretched all the way across Martin Luther King Drive, and we have broken out windows, and I have a large event, so it's really hurting our business. And I don't know what to do to bring it to the board so you guys can condemn it and have that 30 days to have it torn down. I've been here many times discussing what this is doing to our business with the extra security we have to have, with the surveys. I can provide all of the extra funds that we're paying and the lost guest and revenue based on our guest surveys. So I'm just pleading to you, if I could meet with someone, what steps have to be taken, because this building has been, in my view, condemned for a very long time, and it's just not moving forward.
I think it's under litigation right now.
That's what I say.
Great, so we may be moving forward in the near future?
Lawyer?
Okay,
Yeah, okay. No, we can talk afterwards.
okay, thank
Right,
you
and we
very,
do know that it is a huge issue for.
it's huge.
I mean, and it's, so.
The same problem across the street.
It's devastating for us, and I just cannot express that to you enough.
Yeah.
But thank you for the time and hearing me.
Thank you for
So-
coming. Thank you for
Thank you.
calling, and thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
All right.
And before we adjourn, we would like to remind everybody that you can apply for housing repair assistance at the Bolton Avenue Community Center from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And that's going to be at 232 Bolton Avenue, and you have till the 14th, it's the last day.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
Meeting adjourned.
Well, I want to also state,
I'm sorry.
all right, before this afternoon, I went to Bolton Avenue, and about 150 people had applied. So hopefully that's, there'd have been some more this afternoon, but people
I'm
are
sure.
taking advantage of it, so I'm happy to hear that.
Okay.
That's it right now.
Meeting adjourned.